What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Whiteboard Finance. My name is Marko, and I'm here to help you master your money and build your wealth. Today, I'm going to go over my stock performance recap after 3 months of recommending these stocks, and I also have a video coming out later this week about 3 stocks to buy in March of 2018. So I'm going to go back here and share my screen, and I just want to go over my portfolio very quickly. As you can see, in the last update, I was about 18% up, and this time you can see that I'm up 22.3%. Those are excellent returns. And again, if you had somebody managing your money, making you this kind of money, you'd be paying them a lot of money to do that. So all this information, you can go to all my old videos. All of this information is accurate. So this is pretty good. And I'm going to hold myself accountable for when I do well, and I'm going to hold myself accountable for when I do poorly. So as you can see here, we're doing pretty well, you guys. So let's take a look at how this portfolio has been doing overall. I sorted this by the percentage of change from the highest change to the lowest change. And you can see that Intel, as of the time of this recording, which is Saturday, February 24th at about 2 p.m. Eastern, is up about 4.2%. Microsoft is up about 2.5%. Caterpillar is up 2.2%. Nvidia is up about 1.5%. Home Depot is up similarly, about 1.5%, and Amazon is up 1%. And I believe this is going off of just the last day of the last trade, which is February 23rd. That was a Friday. So with all that being said, let's take a deeper dive into why these stocks are doing so well. And I'll start here with Intel Corporation. So you can see here that Intel closed on February 23rd at about $47.73 per share. And I did a quick view here from a year out, and you can see that it really popped off right here, right about the summer of August of 17, and it exploded right in November, and then it's kind of just been going up and down. So as of right now, my reasoning for that, and I don't even know if this is a real reason or if this even makes any sense, is that the Intel, their shares have popped off after reporting it was late to alert all the U.S. government chip flaws, which I don't know how that makes any sense whatsoever. But this may actually come back down, and that's kind of why I'm pulling up this article. So Intel is doing well right now, but again, it may dip back down here pretty quickly. So just a couple quick bullet points. Shares of Intel jumped 3.45% on Friday after reports that the chip maker did not report the meltdown and Inspector chip security flaws to the U.S. government. So again, I have no idea if this caused the share prices to go up for any reason. I don't see why that would be a reason why, but they did, and I'm not questioning it for now. So let's move on to number 2. We have our good friend Microsoft. So Microsoft, I've kind of been pushing them on this channel. I've reviewed them a couple times now, from a good blue chip company to stocks that I obviously recommended. That's where we're getting this from. But as of Friday, yesterday, this is trading at right around $94 a share. And again, Microsoft is a growth company, as you can see from this 1-year chart, and also the 5-year chart. It's just been steamrolling up ahead. But what I want to touch on is that they still have a pretty solid dividend yield, you guys, for such a strongly growing company, and a company that's dominating the cloud right now. You can see that the dividend is still pretty generous. One of the articles that I pulled up, and this may have something to do with the sustained growth, is that Microsoft is announcing that it's partnering with Xiaomi to make artificial intelligence and cloud computing devices. So you can see this bullet point here shares that Microsoft jumped 2.39% after announcing the Washington-based company has joined forces with Chinese tech giant Xiaomi in a close collaboration on cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and hardware. So you can see a signed memorandum that kind of went public that may have something to do with these rising prices. And just overall, the sentiment in the market about Microsoft is that they're number one in the cloud right now, and I work for a Microsoft reseller, so I speak from firsthand experience. So let's take a look at number 2, Caterpillar. So my big reason for wanting to buy them in January was because Trump is announcing his tax plan that's supposed to be in the trillions of dollars in terms of improving the infrastructure of the economy, of the country. and they're trading at about $162.50 on Friday. So Caterpillar has been kind of up and down the last couple of months, but you can see that they've had steady growth all through 2017. If you take a look at the 5-year, you can see from the beginning of 2016, they've just shot up. And I think a lot of that had to do with the election and talks of Trump getting elected, especially right around here in November. You can see how it spiked up pretty dramatically. So one of the articles that I wanted to highlight is saying about the tax reform, how Caterpillar may actually benefit from that. And they're talking about the extended upcycle of this economy right now due to the tax reform. So the tax reform may have something to do, let's see here. Yeah, overweight rating shares for Caterpillar. So they're predicting strong sales of growth for its construction equipment products in North America through 2022. So Caterpillar is definitely one I'm going to hold on to, and it's been growing pretty strongly here. If you remember my last recap, I believe Caterpillar was one of the weakest holdings that we owned, but it's doing pretty well since inception, so that's pretty good. So let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia over the past couple months, I believe I recommended it for December. You can see that it popped. It actually dipped and then it popped off back in January. It dipped down again and now it's back up. So Nvidia's done a lot of growing, especially if you look at it over the last 5 years. You can see just a few years ago in 2016, it was at about $30 a share. It's about 10x from there. So that's pretty insane if you look at this chart. So let's see here. This article that I pulled up for Nvidia, this may have something to do with it. Essentially, it says another big breakout could be days away for Nvidia, and this was published on February 22nd. This guy, Chris Fraley from Investor Place, he's saying that it's on the cusp of another 15% jump. So who knows if this guy is right or not. But one of the takeaways from this article, let's see here. Yes, it's right here. So demand for its core product, graphics chips, and it continues to skyrocket thanks to the rise of cryptocurrency and the ever-expanding gaming industry. So those were the points that I touched on when I originally recommended Nvidia. And then you see here, there was one more bullet point that I wanted to highlight. Here it is. Meanwhile, the chips the company is making for self-driving cars could be a sleeping giant should that industry take off in the way that many expect. So though autonomous driving revenues were down 15% in 2017, we all know that self-driving cars and artificial intelligence, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. We went from the horse and buggy to the to driving cars ourselves, and now to the self-driving car. So let's take a look at Home Depot, home sweet home. As you can see here, it took a huge dip after January 30th, and it just kind of plummeted. I think that's when the whole S&P and the Dow Jones were taking a huge hit, and I did make a video about that as well. And it's kind of chugging along, but there is some encouraging articles that I saw here. You can see that Home Depot in St. Louis is set to hire 975 seasonal employees. So there's obviously a reason for that. And same thing with Sacramento region stores. They're looking to hire 1,500 seasonal employees for Home Depot. So we'll see what happens with Home Depot. The reason I like them, again, is because they have a really nice dividend. And it's a growth company, as you can see here. And it's kind of, to be honest with you, recession-proof. You can see how they've been doing just all throughout their history. For some reason, it's not going to the max chart. There we go. So in 2008, when everything was, getting destroyed, Home Depot didn't dip down that much. And in fact, it was actually pretty steady up until 2011. And then from there, you can see its incredible, almost hockey stick-like growth. So finally, let's talk about Amazon, the sleeping giant. That hasn't actually been sleeping too much lately. It's actually been pretty awake over here. Right now, it's at $1,500 per share as of yesterday, as of Friday, which is the highest its share prices has ever been. So over the past year, you can see how the stock really popped off in October, and it's just pretty much gained 30% ever since then. It's been an incredible amount of growth. So there's no current events or articles that I found to be, the reason for this. But as I mentioned in my videos previously, they just keep growing, whether it's through mergers and acquisitions through Whole Foods, or whether it's just buying other companies or disrupting other industries. Bezos really knows what he's doing here. So that was just a quick recap. Again, you can see that the portfolio is up over 22% over these past 3 months, which is absolutely insane. So if this doesn't give me ability, I don't know what does. Maybe I'm just getting lucky, who knows, but I don't think so. So if you want to follow my stock picks, again, I have another video coming out later this week about 3 stocks to pick for March. But I am not a financial advisor. I'm not advising you to do anything. You have to do your own due diligence. We're all grown men and women that are watching this channel. We're all, probably in our mid-teens to, late 60s, late 70s. But at the end of the day, we're all adults. We need to make our own choices. And we can't say, oh, but you told me to buy X, Y, and Z. Now it's not doing so well. Well, that's a choice that you made. So ultimately, I hope that you're getting value from my channel. I really appreciate a like and a subscribe. And also share this video with one friend. Show them what's been going on at WhiteBoard Finance, and maybe they'll make 22% in 3 months. Or maybe they'll invest in something else that I don't know about. So I just wanted to create transparency with my audience. Thank you so much for watching, and have a prosperous day. Knock, knock. Who's there? My portfolio, it's up 22%.